So, in today's episode of the Daily Drive, I want to jump into the heart of the matter, the heart of who I am as a person, and just what I believe. I see so many people who are frustrated with the rideshare business. The riders are frustrated sometimes, and tipping culture. And then I think about us as drivers, right? Our frustration with the apps or the way maybe riders treat us. It's real, and I feel those same frustrations, right? It's part of who we are as humanity. But my heart is to be kind, and that does a couple of things for me, both in my personal life and quite frankly as a rideshare driver. And I want to talk about it as a rideshare driver. What I found is that when my frustrations get the best of me and I display those frustrations, especially in front of a passenger, the experience goes down, my rating goes down, and I'm definitely not going to get a tip, right? A good example would be this, and we've all experienced it. We go pick up a passenger. We might drive 5 or 10 minutes or whatever to go pick up a passenger for whatever reason. We text them, let them know we're on our way. When we arrive, we text them and let them know. And now with the apps, we're there waiting 5, 7 minutes. 2 of those minutes are free. And on a busy night when you're making a lot of money and things are just going so fast, and that's the way it is for me, that moment when that passenger is there, makes me so frustrated, and I'm there waiting and they're just not there. I text them, I call, they don't answer. And then the really hard part is, I look and I can see them in the house. They're in there having fun, and I go, oh, that's probably my passenger right there. And I get bitter about it. But that doesn't help the situation, right? My own internal emotions, my own frustrations are not gonna improve the situation. One thing I could do, if I want to handle it quickly, I could just cancel the ride and move on with my life, right? But if I want to get that fare, and if I want to potentially earn a tip, another way to handle it might be to just be kind. So here's what I found works really well. I arrive. I let them know that I've arrived. Right? I can send them a text message. If they don't contact me, I call. But if I hear from them, whether it be a text message or whatever, they say, hey, I'm on my way, I'll be right out, whatever it may be, I breathe easy, and then I text them back this message. It's okay. No rush. I'll be here waiting for you. It helps relieve my stress. It helps me take control of the situation. That's just an example of just being kind. Now, I'll still cancel at the 7-minute mark, right? If they're not out there and I can get that cancellation fee, if it's right, I'll go ahead and do it. But I'll be kind about it. And it goes through all of the different situations that passengers maybe take advantage of us, adding additional stops or asking us, hey, will you pull over there? I'm not going to add a stop, but I'll tip you in the app. And I know I'm probably not going to get that tip. But what's the real harm? Right? If I'm just kind, I help them load and unload the groceries. Just go through all the different scenarios. Oh, you want the windows down? Fine, no worries. You want different music? Fine, no worries. Whatever it is, I'm kind about it. And yeah, there's a part of me that does it for the tip, and I think you should do it for that, thing too. But the most part, I'm doing it because it improves my health, right? It makes things better. Now, some of you might be saying, Levi, you're going to get taken advantage of. Maybe that's the case. Maybe I am being taken advantage of. But what's more important to me, my health or their opinion, these people that I don't know, I'll never see them again, these passengers, their opinion of me. And it doesn't happen often, right? Let's say I do get taken advantage of. Let's say the passenger requests to go to the gas station, right? They're going to get some cigarettes. They'll only be in this, gas station for a few minutes. They're not going to add the stop. And They leave their bags in the car, they go in to get cigarettes, and I see them in there talking to somebody. They're just wasting time. I'm not getting paid for it. And I could definitely get anger, and show them what I feel about it. Maybe put their bags on the curb. There's a lot of ways I can handle it. But by just controlling my own emotions, being kind, saying, I hope you had a good conversation. What was that about? And moving on. What's the real cost? What's the real cost in those 2 to 4 minutes of my life that made me frustrated, or whatever those minutes are? They made me frustrated. Now I've taken control of that time back. And I may not have made the money. They may have taken advantage of me, but I feel better. And there's just so many places in our lives where we can be kind, right? Letting that person merge into our lane. No matter what we do as a rideshare driver, we're kind of the bottom of the feeding, right? The rideshare apps are going to make their money. The shareholders are going to make their money. The passengers are trying to nickel and dime every single trip. And we're right there in between. We're being squeezed by that. And I just encourage you to be kind and take control of your own emotions about it. It doesn't mean that the rideshare companies are right. It doesn't mean that, the passengers are right. That's not what I'm getting at. I'm just talking about you and me taking control of who we are as people. And I found by just being kind, tipping more everywhere in my life. When people say negative things to me on this channel, just respond in kindness. And you'll find that you'll be able to take control of those situations. And that's what I really want you to do as a driver. I want you to get your control back. And maybe you're like me and you have frustrations. And sometimes I let my frustrations turn into anger and I let it get the best of me. I don't think I've done anything crazy. I'm not saying I've yelled at a passenger or anything like that. But they can see, I think the passenger can see my frustration on my face. And that's not good. That's not good at all. We're an adult. I'm an adult. I'm 49. I should be able to control who I am. And I want you to have the best experience. I want you to thrive as a driver. And thriving means making the most amount of money while enjoying it and staying healthy and having that flexibility and freedom that we first signed up for when we became gig workers. So I'm cheering for you. My name is Levi. This is The Daily Drive. Be well, be safe.